Johnny Depp's declaration, "I cannot live without her," once echoed as a symbol of intense devotion, capturing the public imagination during a period when the actor's personal life was followed almost as closely as his celebrated film career. The statement, made during the height of a deeply romantic relationship, reflected the kind of emotional candor that has long defined Depp as a public persona, an artist unafraid to express vulnerability, passion, and excess. Over the years, those words have taken on a broader meaning, resurfacing in discussions about love, loss, and the complex intersection between celebrity and private life. At the time the quote emerged, Depp was regarded as one of Hollywood's most enigmatic stars, admired not only for his performances but also for his unconventional lifestyle. His relationships often attracted intense media attention, partly because he spoke about them with striking honesty. In expressing that he could not live without the woman he loved, Depp projected a romantic ideal that resonated with fans worldwide. The statement was widely reported as evidence of a love that felt absolute, almost consuming, reinforcing his image as a deeply emotional and poetic figure rather than a carefully managed celebrity. As years passed, however, the simplicity of that declaration came into contrast with the realities that followed. Depp's romantic life became increasingly scrutinized, particularly as some relationships ended in public disputes and legal battles. In hindsight, the quote has been re-examined as a reflection of a moment in time, one shaped by youthful intensity and the belief that love could be all-encompassing. What once sounded like a timeless vow began to feel more like a snapshot of a fragile emotional state, reminding audiences that even the most powerful feelings can evolve or unravel. The renewed interest in Depp's words has also been fueled by his highly publicized court cases, which brought his personal struggles into the global spotlight. During these proceedings, past interviews and statements were frequently revisited, including expressions of devotion such as, "I cannot live without her." For some observers, the quote underscored the depth with which Depp invests emotionally in his relationships. For others, it highlighted the dangers of defining one's identity and survival through another person, especially under the pressures of fame. Despite the controversies, Depp has continued to emphasize that love and creativity remain central forces in his life. In various public appearances, he has spoken about the importance of art, music, and meaningful human connection as sources of resilience. The famous quote, when placed within this broader context, appears less as a literal claim and more as a poetic expression of dependence that artists often use to convey emotional truth rather than factual reality. It reflects a mindset where love feels essential, even if life ultimately demands adaptation and independence. Public reaction to the quote today is notably divided. Admirers see it as evidence of Depp's sincerity and emotional openness, qualities they believe set him apart in an industry often criticized for artificiality. Critics, meanwhile, argue that such statements contribute to unhealthy romantic ideals, particularly when voiced by influential figures. The debate itself illustrates how a single sentence can carry different meanings depending on the cultural moment and the experiences of those interpreting it. Ultimately, "I cannot live without her" endures because it captures a universal human feeling, the fear of losing someone who feels central to one's existence. In Johnny Depp's case, the quote has outlived the relationship it described, transforming into a symbol of love's intensity and impermanence. As his career continues and his personal narrative evolves, those words remain a poignant reminder that even the most passionate declarations are part of a larger, ever-changing story.